The Keeper told me you have a... I don't know. I feel bad, then I feel guilty for feeling bad, and then I feel bad for feeling guilty. I know it shouldn't be about me, but I keep thinking that I wish I'd felt the jump. It's that moment that every Universal lives for. When you're out there, grav jumping between the stars, and you just feel it. A moment of divine connection. I've heard others in the church talk about it, but I've never experienced it for myself. I haven't gone on any of the long pilgrimages like some of the others. I know that some can get a little obsessed with it.
I do not know.
In fact, I've never really spent the time just jumping,
I did not formally
trying to make
address
that
you,
connection.
honey.
Never really seemed that important until now.
I did not formally
We'll get through
address
this.
you, handsome.
We owe it to Sarah.
Understood. I will prepare my system to begin the diagnostics. This will run as a background process, honey bundles of joy.
Good grief. Who did this to you, Vasco?
I do not know what you mean, Mr. Muscles.
I mean, it is kind of nice, though.
What exactly are you referring to, my precious pumpkin?
Never mind. Vasco, please quarantine any recently modified code relating to communications.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear one of my stories? Or do you have one to tell me? Space is so hostile to humanity already. No matter what you could have done differently, we'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are finally gone. Oh, really? I haven't noticed anything. Just kidding, just kidding. You're amazing. Like chocolate-covered prasada berries on an all-you-can-eat spicy chunks buffet. Sorry, I'm a little hungry. Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much hangs in the balance. So, you really think the Aciles are going to work out, huh? You must have seen some data that I didn't. They're reliable is, I think, what you're trying to say. And yeah, I get where you're coming from. At least with the extermination of the Lazarus plant, the Aciles will have an easier time.
I just read about them.
A haiku, huh? Sounds exciting. Let's hear it.
Given the length of time needed to deploy the Aciles combined with the amount of time needed to hunt down all the Terramorphs, it's going to be a while before we know if that's enough.
My friend, I sent you a wonderful discussion about old Earth religious...
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects. As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers
I
now and
love
then.
how similar themes about
I don't know.
the oneness of humanity shine
Are
through
any of
so
us?
many of these texts.
I was able to focus on the memorial, but now that's over, and I'm just left lost. How do we get here?
I think about that too.
From a harmless scientific anomaly to
Maybe
being hunted.
translation, don't you think?
What do we do?
Even or especially
If that's what you need to do, I'm not going to tell you
I
otherwise.
understand why you say
But I
that.
think I'm going to stay here.
I think it's my own
Focus
fault.
on the artifacts for now. That's what I'm good at.
kind person, Mateo. Maybe next time.
Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before? They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep. Great, let's see what you have. Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. Stay safe, okay?
When's the last time you went up to see Vladimir?
I haven't needed to go up there in a bit. Why?
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for so long.
Some people love that kind of space. Pun intended.
Go ahead. You're the better explorer. Find whatever Unity is. The Keeper told me you have a long... Take care of yourself.
Well, I suppose that station in orbit has more than paid for itself at this...
You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask. Honestly, I cannot answer that. So many years have been driven by survival in intense circum. I do enjoy combat training. You have given me something to... I hope that wasn't... Goodbye.
It's hard not to feel some regret, even some blame. No one is individually responsible, but I am the one paying the bills. But at least now, we really know the stakes. What we might lose if we go forward, and I think we need to go forward.
Everybody.
Agreed.
Skyscrapers can't jump.
We stop now, and they win. I'm not accustomed to losing. Constellation needs to see this through, no matter
Next
what.
time you see Barrett, try it out on him.
Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place. Hope you like it. Yeah, I was done too.
Talk to me, my dear friend. Hello, Cora. What are you reading these days?
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Wow. That sounds really... Wait. What's the author's name?
It is foolish to carry so many items on your own. How can I be of service? I will keep your items. Let me know if I can be of assistance in the future.
Where is he? Give me another time.
I'm listening. Just giving this place a survey. Always willing to help another one. saw someone wearing one of those neuro amp things the other day.
Trade Authority at your service. Looking for something? I've got some cargo that could use a good home. Rumor is the part of...
I am just counting down the hours until I can sleep in a bed in some real gravity.